A shocking allegation has once again shaken the global K-pop fan community. Rumors suggest that several major foreign agencies are actively working to separate two BTS members, Jungkook and Taehyung, for a more focused global project. This news spread widely through digital platforms like TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter, immediately sparking a wave of reactions from armies around the world. Many found it hard to believe that the bond that had long appeared strong between these two young South Korean icons is now reportedly being targeted for separation by stakeholders behind the global entertainment industry. The question now is no longer whether the collaboration between the two will continue, but whether they are being deliberately distanced for broader market strategy. The suspicion grew stronger after certain patterns emerged. Jungkook's solo projects aggressively pushing into the American market, while Taehyung chooses a more independent artistic path, seemingly unbound by large-scale international promotional schemes. This imbalance is seen as an indication of interference by external agencies wanting to repackage Jungkook's image for mainstream global market purposes. One undeniable point is how foreign agency involvement can easily shift internal dynamics within a K-pop group. If it's true that these agencies want Jungkook as a soloist while viewing his closeness with Taehyung as a branding liability, then this isn't merely a commercial decision. It's an intervention in a narrative that the members themselves have built over the years. Does this mean that personal closeness is now seen as a market hindrance? More than just rumors, these patterns are supported by small yet significant changes in media content. V-Kook, once often seen together in BTS content, now appear far less frequently in the same frame, especially outside official group content. In Jungkook's latest global projects, there's not a single element explicitly referencing Taehyung, even though fans know he played a key role in Jungkook's personal journey and career. This raises a major question. Is this a coincidence or a structured step to gradually erase the duo's image? ARMY's reactions to this issue are not uniform. Some outright reject the idea that their relationship can be engineered or influenced by external forces. Yet many admit they've started to notice the subtle details previously overlooked, like the gap in public communication, the rare appearances at shared events, and Taehyung's absence of open support for Jungkook's recent projects. These details spark concern. Do global agencies truly have such power to dictate who may be close to whom? Another question from the public. What is HYB's position in all this? As BTS's main agency, the public expects control over how their members' images are shaped globally. But if it's true that foreign labels hold stronger contractual power or business influence in solo development like Jungkook's, then HYB is likely facing a dilemma between protecting the group's integrity and accommodating external market pressures. Equally intriguing is the silence from other members, especially RM, J-Hope, and Jin, who usually respond to internal BTS issues. Their quietness reinforces the notion that this is not mere fan speculation but something sensitive and difficult to discuss publicly. Or perhaps they genuinely know nothing about this global maneuvering. If so, the issue may be more serious than imagined. We must acknowledge that in entertainment, especially at the global level, it's not just the art that matters. Marketing strategies, image construction, and public relations management are crucial factors that often demand emotional compromises from artists. Are Taehyung and Jungkook now victims of such strategies? Is their closeness, once a strength, now considered a threat to a more financially profitable individual branding? Many fans express concern not just because they miss V-Kook moments, but because they feel they're witnessing industry intervention erasing something authentic. More than fan service, the Taehyung-Jungkook bond has become part of the emotional narrative uniting millions of fans. When that narrative is disturbed by market interference, what's at stake is not just their relationship, but fan trust in the system supporting them. Now the public faces a dilemma. Are we witnessing a natural solo career evolution or a covert maneuver gradually separating two souls who grew together in one group? Is this a sign that the international entertainment world is starting to have greater influence over the direction and personal identity of Korean artists? We don't claim all this information is absolutely true. This circulating information comes from fan observations, content snippets, and subtle signals spread on social media. But in a world where strategy is often disguised as emotional narrative, skepticism and critical thinking are the public's only protection. Is V-Kook really being separated? Or is this just an illusion shaped by algorithms and overinterpreted theories? As smart viewers, you have every right to question everything. More importantly, you have the right to hold on to what you believe is authentic. So the question is, do you believe the V-Kook relationship is now under invisible pressure? Or is this just a new chapter of a broader dynamic between market, emotion, and manipulation? But amid the heavy speculation and public anxiety, the most fundamental question arises: is there really a hidden agenda to separate Taehyung and Jungkook? Or are we simply trapped in a narrative constructed by social media and public opinion? How far can we distinguish between actual patterns and assumptions shaped by algorithmic framing? The fact that this information is spreading via platforms like TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube must be a major concern. Most viral narratives about foreign agency intervention in V-Kook's closeness were never explicitly confirmed by the parties involved. Video clips, photo comparisons, or member interaction analysis often become the basis of public opinion, even though they might not reflect the actual situation. Are we overinterpreting Taehyung's silence? Or reading too deeply into Jungkook's solo career moves? Criticism should also be directed at the fandom's own dynamics. Are we, as audiences, blurring the lines between reality and illusion simply because of emotional attachment to certain narratives? When one member gets more spotlight, is it due to agency conspiracy or part of a natural strategy for developing different artists? Must the closeness, known as V-Kook, always be visible to be considered real? It's important to emphasize that the entertainment world, especially in the K-pop industry, has long combined reality with strategic narrative. Impressions of closeness, conflict, even reconciliation can be framed so neatly by media and agencies that the public can no longer distinguish between spontaneous and staged moments. In this context, isn't it reasonable to think that the rumored V-Kook split is also part of a narrative design aimed at sparking fan attention and engagement? Furthermore, we need to ask, who benefits from this rumor? Is it really foreign agencies reshaping Jungkook's image for global interest? Or are viral content creators leveraging fan sensitivity to gain high impressions and engagement? In an era where attention is the new currency, such conflicts are very likely cultivated to create ongoing emotional tension. On the other hand, completely ignoring fans' concerns is also unwise. Certain patterns and signals do appear to be recurring and consistent. Taehyung's absence in openly supporting Jungkook's global projects, the lack of public interaction, and the international media's tendency to spotlight Jungkook individually are all points worth further attention. Are these truly coincidences? Or is there an ongoing artist rebranding process that indirectly diminishes their emotional collaboration? If there really is outside pressure to separate two individuals for greater commercial value, then we're facing a serious shift in entertainment ethics. How should the public respond to the reality that emotional values long upheld by fandoms may be sacrificed for broader market interests? And more worryingly, do the artists themselves have the power to reject or at least modify narratives forced upon them in the name of strategy? In this context, a further question worth reflecting on arises. Do Taehyung and Jungkook remain silent because of professional agreements, or because they themselves don't want their emotional connection to become constant public consumption? We must not dismiss the possibility that they choose to keep their relationship private without wanting to prove anything to the world. We want to emphasize again that all information discussed here comes from open observations on social media, fan reactions, and narratives developing from various online channels. There's no definitive verification of the motives speculated in this issue. Therefore, we invite you, the audience, to remain reflective, critical, and not blindly consume every viral narrative. Are we witnessing the erasure of personal bonds for a more profitable global solo project? Or is this merely part of the natural dynamics of a constantly evolving entertainment world? Is V-Kook truly being distanced? Or are we simply too attached to a past that's no longer relevant? We offer no absolute answers, because truth in cases like this is almost always ambiguous.